A very good morning to one and all. As part of the CyberPeace Awareness Month, which is jointly organized by the Mizoram Police and CyberPeace Foundation, we welcome you all for this particular webinar on digital parenting. We have special guests today, Shri Zosangliana. He is the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Mizoram Police, and we also will be joined by Budda Chandrasekhar, who is the Chief Coordinating Officer from AICTE. He'll be joining us shortly. And also with us, Mr. Nitish Chandan. He is the Lead Technology, Law and Policy Research Group of CyberPeace Foundation. Very good morning to you all. May I now introduce our special guest, Zosangliana. He is the Senior Superintendent of Police, Mizoram Police Service. He is now taking the charge of Assistant Inspector General of Police Headquarters, and he has completed his Bachelor's of Engineering in Electronics and Telecommunication. He joined the service in the year 1996. He has attended a lot of various training courses in various parts of the country on cybercrime, e-governance, crime and criminal tracking network system, Prevention of Corruption Act, Disciplinary Act, and so on. He has got a lot of awards for his particular credit. Awarded the UN Police Medal in the Sudan, Africa in 2006 and 7. Awarded the Police Medal for the meritorious service on the occasion of the Independence Day celebrations in 16. Awarded Chief Secretary Appreciation Letter. Awarded DGP Commendment Disc in 2018. Awarded DGP Commendment and Appreciation Letter on various occasions. He is appointed as the State Nodal Officer on Cybercrime, Deputy Nodal Officer on Crime and Criminal Tracking Network System, and so on. And Sir has a lot of credits. He is a great speaker on cyber crimes and related issues. He has done a lot of workshops for the schools and also the police. And he is instrumental in setting up the cyber forensics lab under the police department. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
And we also have with us Mr. Nitish Chandan. He is a qualified computer science engineer and a cyber lawyer. He specializes in technology, law, investigation, research, and writing. He has led and assisted technology facilitated investigation into crimes with law enforcement in India. He has also designed and led capacity building programs for law enforcement in specific areas like cybercrime against women and children, open source intelligence gathering, analytics for investigation, etc. He is currently leads the Technology, Law and Policy Research Group of CyberPeace Foundation. We welcome you, Nitish ji. I think Budda Chandrasekhar sir will be joining us shortly. As you know, CyberPeace Foundation is a civil society organization. We have been supporting and doing a lot of activities all over India. And the key areas in which the CyberPeace Foundation does is inclusion and outreach, collaboration and connect, policy and advocacy, innovation and research. As you know, this particular activity is part of the 1 month long CyberPeace Awareness Month, right? Which is in association with Mizoram Police and CyberPeace Foundation. Together we are doing this, and we had a lot of activities with respect to this. Without wasting much of our time, let me invite our guest, Zosangliana sir, to please take over. Over to you, Zosangliana sir.
Thank you, Mr. Rao. A very good morning to you and to the panelist, Mr. Nitish, and to all the viewers. I'm extremely delighted to be a part of this very important program, which is being organized by the CyberPeace Foundation in collaboration with Mizoram Police. And as today's we are going to speak on digital parenting, I'll be covering a very brief things about this digital parenting. So let me first share I have a small presentation. I'll just share with you. I hope everybody can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. So there is slight hiccup. Okay, so cybercrime, as we all know, has greatly affected all sections of the society, right from children to adult, experts, highly intellectual people. So we all can be a victim of this cybercrime. So this particular webinar will focus on digital parenting. As we know, women and children are the most vulnerable sections of the society. I'll be covering on the impact of the internet in the society, with a special emphasis on the evil effect it has on the children, on the youths, on the teenagers, and why parents play a crucial role in preventing our children from being victimized in cyber world, and some of the safety and precautions that have to be undertaken by the parent. So I'll be covering on this aspect, and at the end of my presentation, I'll be presenting this sum up this presentation in brief in Mizo. So I'll just give a brief introduction of the internet. I think we all know, we have been hearing in the past few days also, but anyway, I'll just go with this introduction. The internet in India is growing rapidly. It has given rise to new opportunities in every field, be it entertainment, business, sports, or education. As we know, there are two sides to a coin. Like internet has also its own advantages, it has its disadvantages. Internet, as we know, has become an integral part of our lives. It is a platform where you can get wide range of informations, wide range of knowledge. It is a platform where you can do your learning, you can improve your skills, you can upgrade your knowledge, and it is a very important tools for communications also. So internet users in India, I have got these figures from the internet only. So the number of internet users in India is about 700 million and is expected to grow over 974 million users by 2025. 5 years from now, we expect that it will be almost reach 1 billion, the number of internet users in India. And social network users is 376 million, which is expected to grow almost to 450 million by 2023. Facebook users 346 now in 2020 and expected to reach around 450 million users by 2023. These are just statistics we'll just to cover. Mobile phone internet users at present is 448 million, which is expected to reach 500 million by 2023. Such is the impact of internet in India. In Mizoram, there are around 11 lakh mobile subscribers in Mizoram alone. And the number of internet users, of course, is near to that only. So such is the impact of internet across the world, in India, even in Mizoram. So as I have pointed out earlier, internet has become a part of our life, an integral part of our life, of every family. And it has become an important tool where you can access all types of resources, informations, news. You can do online shopping, you can do online booking, you can listen to music. Of course, you can play games. Online gaming is, very much popular among the youths. You can chit chat with your friends, speak with them, share your views, share your opinions, share your ideas. So this internet is a platform where you can learn, where you can explore. And also, because of the internet, the world has become a global village. You can connect with people from different parts of the world. So I'll just give a brief introduction of cybercrime, I think, which Mr. Nitish will be covering later on also. But for the benefits of the viewers, I'll just highlight what is cybercrime. In short, any attack on the information systems that is against the law of the land can be considered as a cybercrime. So cybercrimes can involve criminal activities that are traditional in nature, like theft, fraud, forgery, defamation, mischief, all of which can be booked under the Indian Penal Code. And there are many other cybercrime which we'll be covering later on, which has come under the Information Technology Act. So there has been a sharp increase over the last few years in the commission of cybercrime in India. The abuse of computers and misuse of information technology have also given birth to a gamut of new age crimes that falls under the Information Technology Act, which will be covered by the next speakers. So in Mizoram, this is the number of cases registered, the FIR which is registered in Mizoram. In the figures, if you compare to other parts of the country, other parts of the state, it will look very small. It will look very less. But anyway, the figures shows that even Mizoram state, which has been in the northeastern parts of the country, is not free from cybercrime. Like from 2009, I have these figures. This is the number of cases registered, not the number of cases reported. So altogether, we have 123 number of cases which have been registered and investigated in various parts of the state, in various parts of police stations. And in this year, in November, we have this registered around 90 number of cybercrime cases. So 2018-19 figures I don't have with me because the data have not been compiled by the concerned unit. So 2015 we have cybercrime cases reported around 328. 2016 we have 403 and slightly decreased in 2017 to 238. In 2020 the figures has gone down to 153, maybe due to lockdown and other these things. So this is the number of cybercrime cases which are reported to the police. So like most of the cybercrime cases which are noticed, which are registered, which we have come across in Mizoram, are this which we can see on the screen, like misuse of social media. This is a very much common cybercrime cases reported in Mizoram. Then we have this identity theft. Then we have cyberbullying. Like this particular cybercrime cases is very much common among women and children. So digital parenting, which we'll be discussing on, will also focus on this cyberbullying also. Then we have this publishing of obscene materials. Then we have defamation cases. This is very much common here in our state. Then we have fake profile, then email scam, lottery scam. Of course, there are many victims across the state. A huge amount of money has been lost. Then we have this harassment through social media, harassment through the social networking, and we have this financial fraud. Of course, most of the cybercrime cases related to this financial fraud only. Then we have this software and music piracy also. So these are the medium which are used for cybercrime, for committing cybercrime cases. The medium, like these are the most common medium which we have come across in the state, like Facebook. We have this Instagram, WhatsApp, mobile phone. Of course, is a tool used for this cybercrime. Then we have this online gaming. Online gaming is very much popular among the youths in Mizoram. Then we have this Google, then the online shopping site. Those are the main medium which are used for cybercrime. So how children are vulnerable? Children, with the help of social networking sites, they can connect with the world, and they can get very useful information through this networking. They can share their views, they can share their ideas, they can use Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram. Facebook and Instagram, of course, is the most common thing used by the children. By children, I will be concentrating on the youths, the teenagers, and small children. Those will be my these things. So children are the most chosen victims of cybercrimes in India. I think this we know. Children are the prime targets, of course, along with women. They are the most vulnerable sections of the society. And with technology, internet playing a major role in our lives, children are at the risk of being bullied in cyberspace, blackmailing, and they are often threatened, harassed, humiliated, and embarrassed. Social networking, through social networking, online gaming, children are very much vulnerable for this type of cyber crimes. Children who are more likely to bully others children are also likely to bully others. So this is very important thing which I think the parents should understand. Children, like I said, children, teenagers, youths, most of them love to play games, games, particularly online gaming, then chatting with friends, not only with friends, even with strangers. They have these habits of chatting with friends as well as strangers, then upload their photographs. Upload their photographs, what I mean to say here is they want to upload their own photographs, their own videos, showing their some of them showing their nude photographs also. This is very, very much important, which the parents should take note of this. Then for watching videos, watching movies, online shopping, of course, nowadays, women, children, teenagers, youths, all of them love online shopping. So, and children also love to play with their friends, they play prank with their friends, and they love to follow celebrity. And the last part which I have mentioned here is they love to have more likers and followers. Maybe through Facebook, they want to have more friends. How many friends you have, how many likers you have, how many followers you have. So these are the things which have greatly affected our youths, our children, our teenagers. So because of those things, they are very much vulnerable to cyberbullying. I will not go very much depth into this cyberbullying or very much detail into this. Then pornography, then share informations about themselves, about their parents, about their schools, about their addresses, then sensitive informations like phone numbers, names of the family members, maybe their bank account details also. Then, as I have pointed out earlier in the previous slide, they will upload their own photos and other things which can reveal their identity, and they won't mind posting their nude photographs to have more followers and likers. So this part also parents have to take care of this point. And it has the other aspects as well. As we have pointed out earlier, internet is a platform where you can learn, where you can access, where you can gain knowledge, where you can access to any type of informations, any type of resources. But at the same time, it has a negative effects on our children as well. It has taken lots of their valuable time. It has eaten lots of their valuable time. And the amount of time which our children have spent on the internet is a source of frustration, is a thing which every parent has to take care of this, take note of this. Nowadays, children find little time for studies. They have little time for their parents, for reading good books. They spend lots of time in chatting with friends, instant messaging, playing online games. They will isolate themselves from their friends and from their families. Not only that, they will love to spend their time in their rooms, or they will like to isolate themselves from others. So because of that, they will start neglecting their friends. They will start neglecting their own families. They will avoid social gatherings. And at the same time, it has a negative effect on their health. Like because they do not sleep properly. They have sleeping disorder. Then they will not take proper meal. Some of them even forget to take a meal while playing online games. They don't want to get out from their rooms or from their seat while they are playing the games. So because of this, they started neglecting their friends, started neglecting their families, and they will lose interest in studies. They will lose interest in going to classes, attend classes, going to schools, and this have greatly affected their health. And ultimately, what happened is that they will feel depressed. They will feel emptiness and loneliness. So parents have to take care of this. So tips for children to protect our these things. So we should always tell our children never to send money or give credential like card details, online account details, or personal documents to anyone they don't know or trust. And they should avoid any arrangement, any meeting with a stranger, because as we know, internet, online, we have friends, we are chatting with friends, we're making new friends, even which we don't know them. So because of this, parents should always take care of this, that they should always ask or inform their children not to talk to a stranger, or not to chat with a stranger, or not to make any arrangement with a stranger. So this is a very important point. We should inform our children, we should tell our children not to agree to transfer money for someone else. We should always seek independent advice from someone which we know and trust. And we should always ask our children to verify the identity of the contact by calling the relevant organization, find them through an independent source such as phone book or online search, and so on. And another aspect which is very common, which we have come across by the police in Mizoram is like many of our children who have gone on higher studies, further studies outside the state of Mizoram, like in Delhi, in the capital city, in the metros, in many parts of the country, where we have sent our children for higher studies, and we have opened a bank account for them. Ultimately, what happens is that they have the tendency to sell this bank account to some intermediaries. And this bank account, along with the bank debit card, the criminals will take advantage of that, will make use of that bank account to commit cybercrime cases. So because of this, we have come across many young, innocent children, students in Mizoram who have been arrested by the police because the account number, the holder, the name of the account holder is in their name only. So they are the first one who have to be caught and arrested. So this is a very serious cases. So we should not let our children to sell their bank account. We should inform them. Otherwise, cyber criminals will use this bank account to commit cyber crimes. So innocent account will have criminal liability for being the account holder. So other aspects, I think, which we have already covered in previous weeks also, like we should always ask our children to use antivirus software, firewalls, uninstall unnecessary software, maintain backup. Children has the habits of disable this antivirus software and other things because they want to play online games and other things, access to various sites. So this is not safe. We should always ask our children to use antivirus software, update it, maintain backup, insert firewalls and other things. We should always ask them to check security settings. Even we ourselves should take note of this. Learn more about the internet privacy. And we should always warn our children not to give their personal details or whereabouts to any strangers. They should always avoid strangers as friends. And these things I'll just get repeated. Never sold your bank account. Not to get trapped by this kind of scam, lottery scam, email scam, SMS scams. Yes, I'll just finish in a slide. There is only a few slides left. So we should set time limits for children. We should secure our Wi-Fi network. And most important thing is to place our computer or the computer which the children are using in a common room where all family gathers, where we can see it, what they are doing, what are they doing, those things, so that we can monitor them. And we should always tell our children that everything on the internet is not true and reliable. They should be told to be careful. They should not believe in fictitious mail and other things. They should not be told not to share their password, family details, bank account details, etc. And we should always back up our systems, our data, update our software, and we should closely monitor the behavior of our children. And parents, as a parents, we should give our valuable time to our children. We should spend our time with our children. We should listen to them, listen to their problems. We should never let them to isolate themselves from others. We should give our importance to them. So, and they tell them to access to secure websites only, tell them not to prank or bully their own friends or relatives, inform them not to commit any kind of mischiefs on the internet. This is very important because children love to play prank, to play mischief with their friends and other people. So we should inform them that not to commit any kind of mischiefs on the internet. They should follow the ethics, because they should know that crimes committed through internet can be detected, arrested, and punished. So we should always tell them they can be a victim and they can be the one who commit crimes also. And we should always tell them not to upload naked or half-naked photographs of theirs or any other members of their family. So that things, I'll come to the end of the presentation. So maybe at the end of the program, then we can sum up this in Mizo. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir, for that wonderful presentation. Very good morning, Chandrasekhar, sir. Hello. Yeah. Just introduction to all the audience. Budda Chandrasekhar sir is the Chief Coordinating Officer of AICTE, which is the MHRD Government of India. He is handling the National Educational Alliance of the Technology, NEET, as well as the Ministry of Education Internship Enterprise Portal, Artificial Intelligence Language Translation Project, Social Justice Ministry Scholarship Dashboard, Indian Knowledge Systems, Free Digital Content Resources to Higher Education, Students and various students in upskilling activities. Sir has been a certified National Cybersecurity Scholar, certified negotiation and strategist, FDI and FEMA FEMA expert, certified in GST expert, entrepreneur, project manager, and election management expert, and so on. Sir has a lot of credits and awards for him. May I now request Chandrasekhar sir to speak. Over to you, Chandrasekhar sir.
Good morning, all. My apologies, I'm traveling, so I just sat somewhere and I'm chatting. So my internet connection is also not that good. So I will try my best to make best out of it. So the best thing is now I'm in a small village and we have an amazing internet connection here. I see that my video is transferring without any buffering. So what it really means is our country is growing from a developing nation to developed nation. I mean, now I'm in a very small village. I mean, you can't even imagine here. Facilities also very less, but we already digitized. So now we are even digitizing and giving a free internet connection to every village in India, and we have more than 6.5 lakh villages. So what it really means is, the digitization of our country along with the global world is increasing. And in India, every parent and every child, they are going to be on internet. So now if you take some of the characteristics, only 25% of women are on internet as of now, but most of them are using WhatsApp. So that's a way, that's a kind of a gateway for them to get introduced to the world of digital world. And they slowly started interacting with their friends, with their family members. And now slowly they are moving towards the other social media entities, because the minute you receive a link, they click. And from there, they are getting introduced to the other digital entities. But that is opening up a different kind of a threats. And the parents are really worried, because the parents themselves are not educated enough to understand what students or their children are doing. So with I will share my screen and explain the real details. I will try, because if it works, then it's good. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, we are in a developed nation now, because I'm in a small village. Still, I am able to share my screen. So the matter of the fact here is, one is the cyber crime is really worrisome in our country. It is increasing day by day, and main target for cyber crime become children and women. What it really means is, the digital parenting is become a very crucial for our parents as well as for children also. So imagine I have 5 years old son. So recently I was checking his browsing history. So he started using YouTube, and by mistake he was clicking here and there. Then I realized, oh my God, this is the danger, the potential danger. So he don't know. So he was under impression that there is some gamification based songs. So he thought it was a simple game, and he clicked on it. So when I looked into it, then I realized, as a parent, what is my job? So immediately I uninstalled YouTube and installed YouTube for kids. See, I think this is called digital parenting, right? But I can't directly go and say, impose my thoughts on my child, saying that, you can't click here. Then definitely they will, because, they are much faster, much brilliant than us, and they understand this world better than us, because this is it's a new world. So they are the kings, for their own kingdom. So you can't force them. So the only matter of the fact is, you will try to control or fine tune what they see. So one of the fine tuning what I see is always is the YouTube safekeeping, because my co-panelists already covered most of the basic fundamentals. So I'm trying to directly jump into how to protect. So 80% of people are falling period to cyber crimes, and 63% even don't know where to lodge complaints. This is also another major issue. So one is digital parenting. Second is, they even don't know that they got affected. The third one is, if they know, they don't know how to lodge complaint. So these are the three different bucketed entities what I see. And different kind of a new technologies coming up, because see, the average user who is not a technologist, but who consumes this digital content and consumes these digital platforms, they are there just to share their information, either in a textual format or in a pictorial format, or maybe in a video format, sometimes on an audio format. After WhatsApp, a lot of people started recording their voice and sharing. So these are the kind of formats what they are using. They are there just to communicate on a two-way. But what is happening, this entire message is getting interpreted in between, and they started hacking the profiles, photo morphing. I mean, lots of complaints on photo morphing. And they are even digitizing and putting those photographs, morphed photographs, and inside the image as well as in a video format. Because of that, huge problems are coming in the entire family system. And they're offering some shopping scams, recently one amazing shopping scam. They said you just pay 111 rupees, you will get a BMW. I said, wow, see, imagine the return of investment. So you only pay 111 rupees and you will get a bench car or BMW. I mean, what kind of a return of investment we are talking about? Even if you invest in the best of the best stocks, or if you invest in real estate, the average return of investment is not more than 14 to 15%. But here the investment is very less, peanuts, and you are going to get thousands% of return of investment. I mean, that kind of a scam. So they lure you and they will hook you up and they will try to cheat you. And then they simply disconnect their accounts. And another kind of a thing is romance and dating scams. I mean, recently it was coming newspapers also. There's lots of problem for students, for parents, because parents themselves, they go to some dating, this marriage link websites, and they will get cheated. So there's lots of such things happening. Link biting, information theft is another problem, and cyberbullying. This became a very big major concern for children, because someone comes invisibly, because parents can't recognize, they don't know, and they are chatting with them on the late nights, and they are forcing them to do some things. Like example, the blue whale is one of the best example. So there's lots of stranger anonymous activities are happening on the internet world. So parents needs to be active and constantly interactive with their kids and educates themselves first. What kind of a threats they are going to receive, and use a parental control. See, nothing wrong in it. If you ask me, instead of using a normal browsers, there are kid safety browsers. So maybe I think I have one. Maybe I will just come back to all this. There's one slide. I will just quickly pull that slide. The Kiddle search engine, KidRex. I mean, Maxthon Kid Safe browser. What it really does is it filters these unwanted things, and then it gives all that information. See, when we are giving a cyber safety tips to institutes, our colleges as well as schools, what we are saying is you use this kid safety search engines, because what happens, it is very simple. The kid will come to the college and they open up a browser and they start using something which is not permittable within the campus. So there is lots of IP blockage, which you can do on the background. So do something which is not visible, so that it won't directly impact them, psychologically. I think that's another thing. And antivirus, as my co-panelist already mentioned about antivirus. So antivirus is another very, very important entity, because based on these upgradations, and based on the upgrades of the softwares which is already, or apps which is already installed on your mobile, on your desktop, they are simply hacking your entire sessions, and they are troubling the user, and they are capturing all the information in one shot. So that's again another problem what I see. As I already mentioned about the cyber stacking and harassment through emails, that was harassment through emails was a first 1980s, 1990s game. So now slowly it got upgraded. They're moving towards child pornography nowadays. They're abusing child sexually online. I think the parents needs to be very open, educate the children about the sex education, and give them a proper understanding, and give them some secret codes, so that they don't interact with strangers unless until that secret code matches. So the best example what I see is what I suggested even in the few other events. The parent, when either on an online or an offline mode, they can give a secret code to the children. If someone shares that secret code, then only you start interacting with them. I mean, see, that is the one of the best thing. You simply say, imagine it's like an ATM card. So you give your PIN, and unless until you have a correct PIN, you can't access your money, right? In a similar way, you block the communication using this one secret code. That secret code needs to be between you as a parent and with your children. So this is the way we need to control. This is the best pattern, and this will basically what happens. This will create a bondage also. It is like a friendly gesture. It is not you are forcing, you are superimposing. You are simply saying how you are using your ATM. You just ask for this code. If this code matches, then you speak. This is the best thing, and never ever write that code anywhere. You just put all that code inside your brain. And cyberbullying is becoming very, very concerned, and cyber grooming is again another. They create an online relationship. They never ever met you, and they suddenly come. Example, yesterday I attended one social media event. So first time I saw more than 500 people whom I never met, but they are my digital friends. So they used to come and say, oh, you know what, I know you. I used to think, oh, okay, I know him. Okay, very good. I mean, this is the kind of, and they are commenting, they are interacting with me digitally. And another problem is, someone yesterday told me, someone told one of the groups saying that, Buddha is in big trouble. We need 5,000 rupees needs to be collected from everyone. So some people already paid him. I mean, see, the problem here is you even don't know that such things are happening because you physically never ever got connected with them. So imagine a situation from a housewife point of view, or from a business owner's point of view, because they are very busy in their activities, right? And they are not really looking into what is happening from their children point of view. So that's where the digital parenting comes into picture. And what I suggest is, never ever impose your thoughts on your children. So when you are educating, when you are creating a rules, we need to be very, very flexible, so that our child is safe. At the same time, we know what they are doing. I think we need to balance this act very cleverly. So put some kind of apps where you can see whether they are going to safe places or not. Sometimes what happens, some of the locations are not safe for your children. Maybe your child may not know about it. So the minute you realize that they are going towards that boundary, you can take a precaution, right? So I think that is one more very, very important. But in exploring and notifying such areas, and imagine some kind of a crime happened in one area, and because you as an elder, you started reading all newspapers, but your child don't know. So you can inform them when they are moving towards that side. I think that's again another area. And another biggest problem nowadays is Facebook cloning. I mean, it's one of the best and amazing method what hackers do. They just simply clone your account. I mean, that's the best and easiest way, right? And they will superimpose all their thoughts. And you even don't know whether your account is really hacked or not. The best method is, when you open your Facebook account on your mobile, when you go to profile and start editing, if you see page saying 404 not found page, so what it really means, either your account is cloned or hacked, because rest of the pages will work, but they are already captured your account. I mean, this is again another very, very important precaution for parents as well as for children, because lots of accounts are getting cloned and they are superimposing their thoughts, and they are communicating on behalf of you, which is very, very dangerous. And there is another thing called reverse image search. Imagine sometimes what happens, there is one recent incident what happened on internet. They said couple challenge. They said, oh, you know what, are you a couple? You publish your photo on internet. I mean, lots of millions of couples started doing it. See, now what they're doing, they're simply taking the photo morphing technology, and they're taking the faces, they're superimposing those faces and using those for illegal activities. So, so how we can control? There's something called reverse image search. So you use a Google image search and do a reverse technology and see whether your image is getting utilized somewhere else. I think this is again another thing. And I don't want to go into the dark website, because that will open up an unwanted
yes, sir.
incidents. So here I see the number of crimes are increasing, as sir is already covered. So I'm not going to cover about all this. And the they are stealing the data, and lots of IT acts are there, but still we are not able to really get rid of this kind of a situations. And I see three different kind of a cyber crime laws in India: the cyber pornography, hosting, publishing offensive sexual material. The imprisonment is up to 5 years and fine, which may extend to 10 lakh rupees. But no one knows. I mean, I think we need to give this awareness, this data, so that some stackers, who is not real hackers, but who wants to play with the system, at least they know that, if I do this crime, I may go to jail for up to 5 years. And some people do cyber bullying, cyber blackmailing, cyber staking, it is up to 5 years imprisonment and the extent of 10 years of that, 10 lakh rupees fine, and defaming marketing up to 2 years. I think we really know, who your child is talking to online. Very, very important. And the dark web is really, really worrisome, because one is the online games is opening up a kind of a new virtual world in a AR, VR mode. You even started forgetting your actual physical world and completely moved towards that and doing some activities which is not a human acceptable. I mean, that kind of activities. And in the dark web, lots of drug related distribution, that entire supply chain management. And the worrisome is in Twitter itself, 2,44,000 plus, engagements, Twitter engagements was removed, and 1.2 million photos, which is child abuse related and nudity photos, was removed. In WhatsApp accounts was blocked. I mean, imagine the kind of a crime is happening in the world. And we have lots of safety measures, but fortunately or unfortunately, we are not there as of now. So this is the kind of a budget we allocated for the child security, somewhere around 75 crores, which is highest in recent thing. So this is my last slide maybe. So we have something called cybercrime.gov.in. I mean, this is where you can report. So imagine the parent realized something is wrong. Immediately, instead of they are directly attacking the children and forcing them to reveal something, they can request Indian government to look into the matter. Maybe you may not be such kind of a education, but the experts are there in the cybercrime.gov.in, and where they can report the cybercrime. So if you go to cybercrime.gov.in, you will see.
Yes.
So this is a very good.
Chandrasekhar sir, if you don't mind.
Sure. So this is a platform where you can basically look into. But I request everyone just go through this platform so that you understand what it is. And it's very simple. You go to report child related crime and just follow and report anonymously. You report so that the investigation officers will investigate. So by saying that, my name is Budda Chandrasekhar. I'm a Chief Coordinating Officer for AICTE Ministry of Education. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I will try my best to answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for the insightful talk. And you have given a lot of inputs for the parents and the teachers, and for also the children. May I now request Nitish ji to please take over. Over to you, Mr. Nitish.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so I'll be really quick with this. My name is Nitish. I work with the CyberPeace Foundation as the lead for technology, law, and policy research group. And over the last few years, I've worked extensively in the space with parents, with children, with law enforcement and citizens to understand online safety issues on the ground. And let me also tell you, I proudly also say that I've played enough share of online gaming, including PUBG, to talk to you about digital parenting. I know and I understand. I talk from a very practical standpoint. I do understand that most of you, the issues or the concerns or things that you worry about are my child should not see, access, or come across any sensitive content, which may be obscene, which may be nudity, or which may be abusive in nature. They shouldn't come across such content. A, that's the primary concern. B, your concern is that children should not be talking to strangers or people that they don't know, right? And C is largely that they should be safe online in whatever they do. Now, while I see that most of the parents want that to happen, the steps that they take are not in that particular direction. Uh, and it's largely to do with the way that you interact with your children, the way that you talk to them. Um, I'll just leave a few things out there because for the paucity of time, I'm going to touch upon a few things. Give you a very simple example of which something that translates into responsible online behavior, and that's something everyone can practice. Um, I was playing this game PUBG, and I know I've talked about this example way too many times in way too many different places. But I was playing this game. I didn't know at that time how to play it at all. And while playing the game, there was this child who was on the platform, and there was voice chat activated. And he saw that I didn't know how to play, and he started making fun of me, uh, which is okay. I mean, you could take that in a sports person's spirit, maybe. But then after a couple of minutes, I saw that he started sharing details with me about his personal life. Uh, where do his parents work? What does his mother do? What does his father do? What is the address of his house? Which school does he go to? Which class does he read in? He was a 12-year-old at that point, about a couple of months ago. Now, I did not ask him for any of this information. Now think about this. Without me asking for such information, if a child is sharing such information on their own accord, just imagine if I were to ask that child for certain specific particular information, how they would go ahead and share it. Now, that's really sensitive, because you could get a lot of information from the child about their life, and could lead to so many other things. Which is why I say the first thing to do is to establish a communication dialogue between you and your child. Now, a 12-year-old should not idly be playing such a game which is not rated safe for their age group. Where do you find this? You go ahead on the Play Store, the App Store, wherever, and it says which age group is this app rated safe for. I'll go to that in a bit. But first, how do you establish that communication channel between yourself and your child? So a lot of interesting points have already been said. Keep your computers in places that are clearly visible. You know. There are many things that you can do there, but nothing beats the fact that you have to have a conversation with your child, and you need to know and see what they are doing online. Whenever your child downloads an app on their phone, your phone, whatever, whichever way you work, whenever they do that, sit down with them. Right, you need to tell them that just because an app is free does not mean that you're going to go ahead and download and start using that particular app. You're going to have to sit down with them and see, what does this app offer. Do you think it is safe for their age group? If you don't, then please do not give them access. And I tell you, this only works up to a certain age, by say uh, till your child is say 12 maximum, 10 to 12 years old. After that, it does not work, because your child by this time already has a friend circle that has access, different modes of access, right? Like Buddhaji was talking about the child safe browsers. Now, maybe that will work with someone who's say 8 to 10 years old. But what happens after that? Because the child will figure out a way, work around to bypass that browser, and start using or accessing whatever they want. Which brings me to my first point, which is that my children should not see things that are obscene, that are pornographic, that that kind of content. Now, invariably, I think that's something, again, as parents that you decide for your children. When do you have discussions about sexual health with them, reproduction, those kind of subjects? That's up to you. That's up to your school curriculum. That's up to you as a family, which I think no expert in this world has the right to tell you. They can give you their opinions, like I'm going to just slightly give you mine also. So I think personally that shielding your children away from say pornography and online content that may be harmful, and at the same time giving them access to their own devices, is not going to happen at the same time. It just doesn't sit well together. If you want to really enforce, protect your children from exposure to harmful content, I think Buddhaji's point about using YouTube for kids, for example, is very important. Child safe, there are child safe versions of several applications. But again, at the end of the day, if you've given your child access to their own their own mobile phones, iPads and tablets and whatnots, there's very little that you can do, because you can only have YouTube kids there, but they will still have a Google Chrome, and maybe they're just searching for cartoons, or I don't know, something else, and it may give them advertisements and relay them to content that is harmful. Then what do you do? For children that are small, I would recommend that parents do not give them their own devices. Have them access for the first couple of years, their formative years, 5 6 7 years of age. Have them access devices while you sit with them. If you don't have the time, I'm sorry, you'll have to find the time, because that's how parenting works. B, if you're giving them their own device, fine, go ahead, it's up to you. You want to do that, do that. But then do not give them devices with SIM cards in them, like with mobile data. Get a Wi-Fi router, and these Wi-Fi routers you can purchase that are child-safe Wi-Fi routers, meaning that they will filter traffic at the internet level itself. So no matter what your child does on their device, content is automatically filtered at the level of the phone, of the internet itself. So do that. Get it's a cheap, relatively fairly affordable Wi-Fi routers that you get out there in the market. Three, get applications like Google Family Link. Now, Google Family Link, I can't go into the detail of that. There's a lot of information about Family Link available online. What you can do is just get the main app on your phone and set up your child's phone with a subsidiary ID. There are steps there. So what happens essentially is that you set up your child's phone. It only works on Android for now. You set up your child's phone with a particular ID that you also have access to. Now, what this means is that you'll have a report of what your child is doing, what content are they consuming. You can set limits on the kind of games that they can play, the number of hours that they can play, and there is no workaround that they can build around it. Now, again, that works. A lot of parents are very happy. Oh my God, you've given us a tool, and we are extremely excited that it's going to do us a lot of great good, because now we can see what our children are doing. But please don't get me wrong here. That does not help. Knowing what your children are doing 24/7, it's direct invasion of their privacy also. Now, you may think children don't have privacy, but yes, they do. There are things called child rights, and we can't, as parents, just jump that gun. Maybe it will work, again, depending on your family, depending on where you come from. It will work up to a certain age, 10 years, 12 years, maybe. But after that, you can't go ahead peeking into your child's life by force, which is why up to that age, you have to build a communication where you can tell your child, if something goes wrong, you can come and tell me. And I will not judge you, and I will not say that it is your fault, because the reason that children don't tell you, let me also tell you, because I've worked with a lot of child victims also. The reason that they don't come and tell you is because you will beat them. You will say that this is your fault. Why did you have to even do this in the first place? Why were you playing that game? All sorts of these things where you blame the child themselves. So you need to tell them that no matter what happens, we will fix it together, and we are there for you. And once you establish that connection with them, by the time they're 10 12 years old, then you don't need to monitor them. Then you just need to be there and let them come to you and let them talk to you. Now, once they tell you that, oh, I saw this bullying on happen to someone or to me, then you don't go ahead and take their phones away from them, but you sit down with them and talk to them. Okay, this could have been done. You could report, you could block this person. We can go ahead, if it's too severe, we can go ahead to the police station, file a complaint. So you'll have to you know establish this dialogue by that age. in order to be able to effectively get them to converse with you. So yeah, I think I'll stop there. I think that's also it for my time. If there are any other questions, we'd love to take them. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, Nitish, for that wonderful insights. Definitely, you have given some very good tips for the parents, right? How to behave with their digital child and how they can become a digital parent. May I now request Zosangliana sir to please speak in Mizo with the gist of what points have been covered by our experts. And yeah, thank you, Nitish. I think you are busy having some other webinar. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you, Budda ji, for also joining us. Over to you, Zosangliana sir. Mic, आपका mic दीजिए. Sir, check your mic. Check your mic.
Okay, now am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Rao. Such a nice presentation, Mr. Budda and Mr. Nitin. Since this is an awareness program organized by the CyberPeace Foundation in collaboration with Mizoram Police, and for the benefits of the majority of the Mizo people, for the population of Mizoram, I will try to sum up those three presentations, those three speeches in this morning topics in Mizo. I'll try to sum up in 5 minutes.
Yes.
So CyberPeace Foundation tenena Mizoram Police tena cyber awareness tha tun December thachunga man meka voina hian digital parenting chungchang topics mi pathum ten kanhan soya digital parenting hanti hi chuanin nule pa tena kanfa te online gaming te internet khovela an khosak dan chungchanga enge ti thei kan neya engtin nge kan ven theyanga engtin nge kan monitor theyang ti kha voina kanan soi tlang pui ani a cyber crime hi kan riat theu angin hun phasa to ate po kan lo ngai thato in karinga abik takin mei chia tele naupang te a hian naupang te hi cyber crime a hian atuar tu a victim anni du mai ani chu voina po hian kanan soi war lai le kanan tarlan du ani a chu wang chuan nu le pa te hian kan fa te kan tu te internet khovela an cheng to sia tun lai a chuan in tin deuh tho in mobile phone kan lo hum fer fur to a computer te kan lo neya laptop te kan lo neya chu wang chuan a in khap tak tak thei to lowa kan in khap thei si lo chuan engting e kan in ven theyang ti akha voina kan topic lian ani a chung zinga chuanin kanan soi zinga chuanin cyber bullying kanan ti a social media te hang electronic gadgets social media platform sang manga mi hanin engeni harassment hanin bol ang chi te hanin ti boy ang chi te hanin fiam ang chi te anin kana ang chi te I atam ma chung te chu Mizoram po hian kan hriat la ani a tin chung ba ka chon cyber crime tam taka oma voina hian kan cover vek seng lowanga heng cyber crime chi sang mang hian antinan fake profile mi in alo siama emo email scam mangte lottery scam mangte SMS scam mangte in mi in kan poisa kan invest men nei sa ang chi te kha minron chu sak thina ni khatiang te kha atam maya chu wang chuanin nu le pa ten kan fa ten computer a online gaming te an khel theya Facebook a an thian tenen anin kom theya chutiang chuan Twitter mangte Instagram mangte po in an thian tenen in be in khatiang khan thil tam tak an ti thei ani khang anga khan kan personal detail ke mani ni nate kan address angte kan ni na kan nu le pa te an ni emo kan bank account detail ang chi te khatiang sensitive thil poimo tak tak ang chi kha mi te ne na mi te vasil mai lo tur te mi va share mai lo tura kan ti kha apoimo ani chu chiang tur chuanin tunlai chon le mobile phone te chu mani room te mani pindana te mani khuma te mi in kan lo khoi theya chu ti rual chon computer te po kan lo ne ya heng computer ang te hi common room nu le pa te po ina kan en pui theina huna da thei swam ni sela chu ti nga chuan enge an khoya enge an ti thin ti te I kan monitor thata kan en pe angai em bok ani ti kha I shebok ta ila tin chu lo le a chuan ke mani thalak tunlai a chuan in thalai te kan fa te hian like to likers nga ni te andu a an mani follow to ni te andu a chu tiang bukin mi celebrity mi ming thang tak tak te I follow te po an nei bok ani hetiang kara hian internet khovel cheng kan awangin khovel atak tak ni lo khovel lem ti to maila khatiang anga khan kan chen na satlu tu ka wangin ke mani ngei po kha kanin pholang thina ni kan fa te ngei po khanin pholang thina khanga khan ruak deu don don a thla kan thalak han post mai ang chi te tin ke mani thalak kan profile te kan chung kuang te poni ang chu khatiang ang chi mai te semi social media platform ang chi zong zong la internet online da fe khi a him lawani ti te hi kan fa te kan sil tam apoi mo a chu wang chuan tunge kan thian tunge kan biak thin tunge kan chet pui thin ti ate kan fim khurangai hle ni ti kha nu lai pa te poin kan thiat sak apoi mo kan thiat pui apoi mo em ani tin hey fake news te po kan the dar zung zung maya tu te na mo enge mo chan chin an ron tia tak tak mo kan tia kan the dar zung zung heng te hi a thalo wani ti te tin internet le mobile phone le heng chi sang sang mang hianin thil sual alo ti ve thei reng mai kan thriat lo lai hian tu te mo kan va fiam du wang te mo tu te mo va ti der kan tu na lama khan mi poi kan va soi thei ani hei apoi em chu wang chuan hetiang thila hian man thei kan nia sem thei kan nia chui chua ol sam taka chui chua thei kan ni ti te hi kan fa te po kan thil chu wang chuan polite takin internet khovela hian thian te po nen po in be ila thian te po va ko mila film khur taksi in social media platform le internet khovela hian kan hun mang turin kan fa te kan zirtira kan cha apoimo em ani ti kha hri ila tin kan fa ten har satna an neem kan fa te tan hun kan pek tampo angai ani lo chon kan fa te hian computer le internet khovela hian an hun an mang tam nu tuka an hun hlutak tak mai nu le pa tan an pe thei to lawan u naw te tan an pe thei to lawa khotlanga society an tel tam du to lawa khatiang computer ma le mobile ma ringot mai khan an hun tam jok an man te hi thil serious tak kan ngai to ani chu wang chuan kan fa te kan kom nela kan hun tam jok te kan pe ka an har sa te kan hriat puya heng mobile phone ate computer ate laptop ate internet khovela hian film khur tura kan cha thataka an nung chang moi taka an nun zel theina tura kan enkol kha apoi mo ani ti hriela chunga tan chuan wifi kan lo nei ani point wifi router kan han nei ang chi te po safe tak tak no pang ina an man turang chi a safe chi ang te po lo om to a khatiang khan thil chu athalo lama man thei a om rual khan khang athalo kan man thei na block thei tu dal thei tu tam em ani antivirus update reng ang te da reng ang chi te tin firewall da ang chi te router khatiang ang chi te min veng thei turanga kha da te kha poi mo ani khang te kha voina kan han soi tlam pui ani chu wang chuan heng internet hian khovela min suar san to don lova kan fa te thi khoimi lo turin kan ti thei don lova chu wang chuan kan nun pui anga ya wangin engtiang takin nge kan nun pui thei anga kan fa te kan ven thei anga heng cyber crime victim laka te ti le a cyber crime nge yapo an mani na anti ve na tura kan ven theyang ti a hian nu le paten mo phun na thui tak kan nei ani ti hri a kan fa ten enge anti enge computer an khoi thin an khel thin tu te nge an kom thin tu te nen nge an in biak thin ti hi kan hriat fo apoi mo a chik taka uluk taka kan enkol angai ani khang te kha kan ti theini sela okay Mr. Rao. That is all what I can sum up from my side. Thank you very much. I hope at least it will benefit some of the viewers. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much for sparing your time. I know you are a busy man. as with our experts. We thank all the experts and the participants who have joined us. There was one question which was asked by Kasina Fatma. How will we know that he is a stranger? Definitely when you are interacting with the people, right? Unless you have some kind of a what you call connect with them, right? And if they are trying to exploit you, right, you can avoid meeting them. And unless you have a contact, I mean, know them physically, don't try to meet those particular strangers. So with this, thank you very much for giving us all the inputs and translating into Mizo, sir. That was wonderful. I think it will be beneficial for all the participants. Thank you all the participants for joining us over this particular webinar. Tomorrow we are going to have one more session with respect to a panel discussion on online safety for women and children, exclusively for all of you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And thank you, CPF team, for the complete technical and the other support that has been extended.